Hey, so welcome to my video entitled Do the Work. So, the deeper I dig and the more I learn myself, I realize that I have issues. You have issues, and a lot of the people who surround us on a daily basis are filled with issues as well. Whether they want to admit that or not is up to them. I'm just here to say that we all have issues. But the thing about it is, it's fine that we have issues because we're human, so we don't expect for any one person to be perfect. However, what causes our issues and how we deal with those issues is the work that I wanted to focus on in this video. So think about this. What inside thing are you covering up that forces you to make decisions a certain way? Are you dealing with some kind of unforgiveness that makes you bitter or that makes you snap and have random bad moods? Do you suffer from a lack of self-confidence or a lack of self-love that makes you settle for less in relationships? Or are you covering up your hurt with a smile and not really addressing the issues that are a part of you? There's work that needs to be done, and we have to start doing that work so that we can fix our hurt. Because it's so easy to go about life without addressing our hurts or the deepest parts of us. Of course it is, because it's work, and we already work like 30 to 40 hours a week. So who the heck has time to work on their self? Not a lot of us, right? So the thing about it is, when you're not working on yourself, you don't really think that you're not working on yourself. You just think that you don't have time to address that particular issue right now. Because it's not fun, it's not cute, it's not easy to face what really bothers us. The deep stuff that we hide and that we sweep under the rug and we decide that we don't want to talk about is the stuff that matters the most, though. That's the stuff that impacts us. But we usually just say, oh, forget about it. And we end up just taking it out on the people around us. Or maybe we pass it down to our kids. Or maybe we just end up blaming ourselves or blaming someone else forever. Whatever the case may be, it's probably because we have not addressed some of our deepest issues. Our truest selves are buried deep down under that hurt, under that pain, under those disappointments. But we have to do the work. But like I said, who wants to do the work? Because it's so much easier to keep that one door shut and to live in the rest of the house. It's so much easier to just put everyone else above you and forget about what you need and what you deserve and what you desire and what you need to deal with within yourself. It's easy to tell someone else how you feel about them and forget to tell them how you feel about yourself. Or why your own past issues are making you feel that way about them in the first place. That's the stuff that we forget to address because it's hard. If it wasn't hard, then everybody would have it figured out. Everyone would be healed. Everyone would be free. Everyone would have the answers. Everybody would be happy. There would be no need to discuss it. There would be no need to even have this video because no one would have issues and the work would already be done. So it's no need to talk about it. But the thing of it is, we've been dealt our set of cards because we're strong enough to handle them. We are fit to handle each and every one of those issues that have been brought to us. Our issues and the things of our past that may have affected us were placed there just for us. So we can't change what happened to us, but we can change how we react to what happened to us. It's our jobs now to do that work because it's unfair to ourselves to go about life unhealed, unhappy, and burdened. You truly, truly deserve peace. You deserve joy, and you definitely deserve love, including the love that you need to be giving to yourself. But most of the time, we're our own greatest threats. We're in our own way. We're in our own minds. We're stuck on everything else but what we should be focused on. That's just how it works. And that's just because we're human. So do we just keep going about life blaming all of our issues on being human? Or do we do our soul's work, address those things of our past, and start to heal ourselves from the inside out? Because that's what matters. We have to learn how to heal. We may not have been taught it early on, but now is the time to address and heal those issues, because if we do not confront them, they are a burden. Another one of our problems is that we're constantly searching for something outside of ourselves for answers. Life drags us and teaches us early on, making us feel early on in life that we're unworthy, that we're forgotten about, that we're downright ugly. Maybe not ugly on the outside, but surely broken and ugly on the inside at a young age, whether we're dealing with fatherlessness, whether we're dealing with looking for love in all the wrong places, whatever it is. Some of us just stay in that place for so long that we don't even recognize the light anymore, or we don't recognize that we're in control. We don't realize that we don't have to feel weighed down and heavy forever. That's not the way that God intended it to be for us. But it's that search for something else besides what we already have that keeps us in this never-ending cycle, looking for something other than ourselves. Like, we can't be happy until we get that job. We can't be happy until we move from this house. We can't be happy until we become an adult. And we already know how that worked out for a lot of us. Yeah. But the issue is that we are searching for missing pieces outside of ourselves. We are waiting for something else to happen to us or for us before we feel complete. But what we have to realize is that we already have those pieces. We have to start doing the work and taking those steps of forgiveness, of digging deep, searching and figuring out those issues of our past that have caused us to react a certain way or to make certain decisions a certain way. We have to start praying over our issues and making our own self-paced progress toward our own healing so that we can be at peace. We have to learn how to become our own peace, so that we can give ourselves that love and that peace and that joy that we deserve. We have to learn how to take control of our lives, because this is all that we get. And I know that we hear that all the time, like, you only get one life, YOLO, you only live once. But it's true, like, you literally only live once. So how do you want to spend it? Regretting, unforgiving, like burdened, heavy? No. Like, life is interesting because we interact and we come across so many people every single day. And whether we know them or not, they have a story. And people's stories shape them. We don't truly realize how much our own upbringings have truly shaped us and affected how we react and how we now make decisions. Because we're children for a much shorter time than we are adults. But it's interesting that the majority of our childhood and the things that occur during our upbringings affect us the most. It shapes who we become as adults, and it's usually the majority and the root of our issues, especially those that we decide that we want to sweep under the rug and never discuss or talk about until somebody forces us to do it, or until we are confronted with our own issues. But I believe that getting through that stuff is what truly leads to the better stuff on the other side. It may feel like war when you're going through it. It probably will. But when you give yourself that chance to grow through it, the end result is so much more peaceful and freeing. And that's a feeling that you don't want to go through life never giving yourself the chance to experience. You may not be able to control how other people see you, but change how you feel and see yourself for the better. Learn how to hold yourself accountable. Loving yourself means nothing if you don't hold yourself accountable for your decisions, for your attitudes, for your moods, for your actions. Whatever it is, we have to learn how to hold ourselves accountable. We have to love ourselves and we have to be accountable. We have to do the work. Because sometimes winning is not pretty. It may initially appear like a loss. You may feel bruised and beat up during the process. But after you've defeated that hidden, forgotten about, broken, miserable part of you, it's a win. You have to think of the story of Jesus. Think of Rocky, if you've ever seen that movie. Think of yourself. Think of whoever you know who has conquered so much, even though it wasn't pretty, and still came out on top. And you have to remember that saying, thank God that we don't look like what we've been through, because a lot of us have been through hell and back. But it's about doing that work, addressing those issues, confronting them head on, because they're not going anywhere, and we deserve to live our best life. Even if the worst stuff happened to us, this is our time. These are our chances to make it better and to do the work for ourselves. The only way that you can truly lose is if you quit. And mind what you count as a loss, because sometimes the loss of something that no longer serves us is a blessing. So don't quit. Keep going that extra mile and doing that work for yourself, because it will pay off. You will be successful. You will become that free and loving woman. You will be happy. You will get that job. You will get that man, whatever it is that you desire. But it's on God's time and only when He sees fit. That's the thing of it. We stress and we get anxiety about our journey so much. But we have to remember that anxiety happens when we feel like we have to figure it out. But we don't. It's not my responsibility to figure it out. God already has it figured out. Trust that He does. Let go and let God. We have to learn how to relax. We have to learn how to deep breathe, even when we're going through the worst of the worst, when we're going through the bull crap. Keep yourself grounded and going. We have to do the work because we deserve it. We deserve to live our best lives. So keep working and winning. Keep growing and glowing. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.